name is Judge, and welcome to episode number 31 of my YouTube exclusive arena series. Fun fact, first 30 runs, 8.07 average for the YouTube series. If we're looking leaderboards, which it takes 30 runs to make a leaderboard stretch, that's pretty good. That's like number 1 to 3 a lot of the time nowadays. So hey, these YouTube runs have been going, I think, pretty well. Let's see if we can continue. Our last 2 runs have been super good, going for potentially our third 12 in a row. Here we go. Let's do it. Fire me up. Boop. Boop. Was it dual class last episode? It was. Is this the first time we're back to not dual class? I think, right? I know what I'm doing. I think so. So let's get in there. Best class in the new meta right now is Demon Hunter. And there's a Demon Hunter. Then I think Shaman and Rogue are pretty close too. Look at that win rate. Now, I have drafted a couple Demon Hunters, and the decks haven't looked as disgusting as Demon Hunter can some metas. I think that a lot of people are drafting pretty greedy at the beginning of the meta, and Demon Hunter is able to get under them. So is that still going to be the case now, roughly a week after the expansion release? I don't know. Let's find out. Boom. I have but one purpose. I also noticed we've only done one Demon Hunter in this entire series, because I was looking at all the stats over the last 30, and this is the one we've done the least, so might as well mix in another here. Let's see if we can get the good cards. The busted cards. I don't know if these are the busted cards. I think probably an Argent Squire to start. Demon Hunter likes 1-drops. It likes small stuff that you can weave in hero powers with. Ice Revenant's a great new card. Not a lot of frost action going on in Demon Hunter. And this, if you have Illidari's, is potentially good, but let's take the consistency of the Squire first. That Glide. Aggro Glide deck. I think it's a bit early for something like this, but it is, it's funny. Probably just a Microtech. Keep the curve rolling here. Sightless Watcher's good. Sure. Whoa! Oh my god. 5 mana, 3 attack, taunt, divine shield card. Which one do we want? Do we want the Ziliax or the Fordring? It's funny because the stats say that Fordring is, the better pick here. But you can tell by the low amount these circles are filled that these are very low sample size results since it's a new meta. So it's tough because Ziliax is super good. We got the Microtech in there already. Talon becomes super strong if you draft Illidari Inquisitors, right? I mean, just having this to draw your Illidari Inquisitor is super good. I feel like this meta, a lot of people are going for outvaluing rather than just strict tempo. I think that it's probably close between these, and I think I'm gonna lean the Ziliax. If I had an Illidari Inquisitor already, I'd probably take the Fordring. Let's grab Precision, Perfection, whatever, you know how it goes. Raid Leader's fine in Demon Hunter, but I think I'll just take a 2-drop. We have Microtech, that's good with it. I think I'd rather Cult Neophyte. Stop some coins. This card is amazing, Tower Sergeant. It has a lower win rate than I'd expect. I think people refuse to tempo it on 4 as a 4/4 if they have no other play, and that might make this a little worse. But I think it's better than Candle Taker. Another Sightless Watcher? Or a Emerald Sky Talon? I have one Sightless Watcher. Do I want a second? I think I do. I like this card. Give me a second one. Flag Runner's new. I've never played with it. Apparently it's pretty good according to the stats. Give it a try. After a friendly minion dies, gain +1 attack. If we keep drafting light, get some 1s and 2s, especially if we start on 1, that seems like it could be pretty good. Candle Taker's I know is good, but let's try the new card. F-Runner. This card's fine. Right, it's fine weapon. Really high win rate. When you get to weave in those hero powers, it becomes definitely a lot better. Also, just being able to set up honorable kills with a weapon is nice. The other cards aren't super good. War Gear, potentially, with Ziliax ever? War Gear with Microtech? Are we a Mech Demon Hunter? I don't see a lot of War Gears out there. Like, Mechs are around, but they're not super common. let's give it a go. Mechs and whatever. Onyx Mage Scribe, add to random Demon Hunter spells is super nice. I don't have any spells though yet, which, you know, it's not super great if you have 0 spells with your Mage Scribe. Surely we'll find one. It's a 6 mana 4/9 anyway, that's not horrible. Battle Fiend is strong. Explodinator, no, come on, I can't do it, can I? Explodinator with War Gear and Ziliax? Oh boy. Come on, that can't be it. War Gear your bomb? We have 2 magnetic 5 costs. But like that's not gonna beat out a battle fiend, right? Like these on their own don't make this good. Like I can just play the War Gear on its own and it's probably just better than having to play an Explodinator. Let's just grab the battle fiend here. Marrow Slicer's great. This is also great. Tough one. I do like the idea of being able to go dome super fast. I do like that. Also having a weapon pre-equipped for our inevitable Illidari. I think I'm going to go Marrow Slicer. This seems like a bit more of a Marrow Slicer deck than a Neferset deck. The only card is Mage Scribe that this really is great with. I guess, and Flag Runner. But this is looking like it might be pretty aggressive, and this helps that plan a lot. Huh. Probably just a 2. I feel like we're really getting aggressive. And if we have to play a Chaos Nova, it is a spell for our Mage Scribe, I guess, but this is a really premium 2. I think we'll go the Berserker here. Another Tower Sergeant over another mech. Desert Hare with Sergeant and Flag Runner is a thing. It's not very good. Slightly worse Microtech controller. Do you ever take the Humongous Owl as a tried to finish them kind of card? Owl is just super inconsistent, right? Because you can play around it so easily in Arena, where you just play a couple small things, and it's 4 health, and then it kills like a 2/2, and it's not really that good. But none of these cards are good. Just take the aggressive 3 ever. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Desert Hare here. Ugh. Humongous Owl as a finisher. I feel like that's just not consistent enough. Look how many people take it. You can tell so many more people are taking Owl. I think because OTK Owl exists in Warlock, people think this is great. When it's not great. It's not even good in Arena. But, should we just grab it? I think Desert Hare has a little more synergy with the deck, but I bet you people watching want the Owl. And if it's that close, let's just grab it. Sure, whatever. Owl, fine. Solid 1 cost, Gnome Private's good. Another Marrow Slicer, ooh, or another Gnome Private. I think 2 Marrow Slicers with this deck is going to be very nice. We gotta ship Dome fast. Ship Dome fast. Coordinated Strike is our first spell, and we do have a Mage Scribe, so that's something. Also, a mech with these synergies is okay, but I think we want this. We also need 3s. Chungus at the top end. This could be a good abusive sergeant even too, but might as well take a Chungus while we can. Sure, we'll grab a Chungus. Broomstick is so good, but I have been picking up nearly every Faceless Manipulator I can get, which has actually been 3 Faceless Manipulators because people have the new Lieutenant, the 8 mana 3/5 that eats your stuff, and a really, really nice counter to that is throwing down a Faceless Manipulator on it and just eating it right back. I have really been enjoying that. That being said, Broom is just super, super strong. Are we going to have much in hand to be able to Broom Flag Runner? Get rid of some stuff. Broom Owl could be, you know, don't let them play around it. I better take the Broom. If we're getting to turn 8 consistently, I would love to go double War Gear, but this card's just way too busted, right? Night Captain's just insane. Sneaky Scout is good, sure. I mean, less good in Demon Hunter, but... Wand Maker. What spells are in for Demon Hunter right now? For some reason, I thought I took a Wand Maker in Demon Hunter another time. And it was like, oh yeah, because Philosophy. If you don't have... Philosophy is like 1 out of 3 spells. And if you don't have demons, it can just kind of do nothing. I do believe Philosophy is playable even if you don't have demons, which could just be a Mage Scribe trigger. We have Battle Fiend at the moment, and that's it for... Oh, wait. And two Sightless Watchers. That's fine. Right, that's fine. I think that's good enough for a one-maker to be in our deck. Sure. Holy moly! Oh my god, Ace Hunter Kreen is in right now? That's insane. Ace Hunter Kreen is in? Yeah, we'll take a Kreen. The card's nuts. Interesting pick here. Coordinated Strike is the best card, for sure, but this is definitely a very light deck, and a little card draw might be able to take this a long way. We got a couple big lads. Also, the cheapness of the Spectral Sight with Mage Scribe could be a big refill. And we do already have the one Coordinated Strike. Kreen likes Coordinated Strike. I think this card's really good, and another one would be very solid, but I think just having one little refresh here is going to go a long way. I think I'm going to grab the Spectral Sight here. Oh, no. I forgot about this card existing. Darn, that sucks. Mana Feeder is fantastic in Demon Hunter. Yep, little extra card draw. Gotta be a Croc now. I already took one of these. Does it have to be? Oh, man. Mage Scribe exists. Big Cycle versus Pit Croc Finisher. If we take... It's probably supposed to be the Pit Croc. We just got the Mana Feeder. We already have a Spectral Sight. A couple spells now that we have for the Mage Scribe. A couple bigger lads. We're probably fine for card draw if we just take this as a... We can kind of switch if our aggro plans don't work. Now we do have a Cycle. We do have a couple big lads. Pit Croc can either go face or be control. Grab a Pit Croc, and last pick will be an easy Volpera Scoundrel. Anything that you discover with, especially in Demon Hunter, is one you generally want to pick up. And we did not find any Illiterate Inquisitors, but we found a Cycle of Hatred. We've got good curve. Ace Hunter Kreen is great. 2 legendaries is tons of fun. I think this deck looks pretty solid. Humongous Owl for the memes, Humongous Owl lethal coming in, no problem. I think this deck looks pretty good. Let's see what the heck our opponents have to say about our deck. Who's got better decks than us? We got a War Gear. It's not actually that good. I think we're going to do some stuff with this War Gear Ziliax. It's going to happen. Here we go. Starting it up. First YouTube run of Fractured in Alterac Valley. Kreen in the starting hand right off the bat. Against a class that really thrives on just tempo, early tempo. That could be good. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? I'm not getting rid of the Kreen. It feels like I actually just get rid of the Tower Sergeant. As good as it might be on turn 4, I kind of just want earlier stuff, and that's probably a great pickup. This into this into this. Sneaky Scout having stealth into Kreen is already just worth it for Kreen. Like, it's already just so good. This early, you assume they're discovering a spell. Survival of the Fittest is in for Druid. Alright, let's just play you first. Probably into Sneaky into Kreen.
Home is where the wagon.
Okay, well that's a little bit rude. Transfer Student, dormant for 2 turns, deals 3 damage to 2 random enemies. When it wakes up and hits Kreen, they can just hero power it away. It's a pretty solid answer. I wonder if they'll do nothing if I just play the Sneaky Scout. Because they don't want me to get any use out of it? Let's find out. Because if they do nothing, we'll just play the Microtech and go face. And hope we get a little lucky with that effect. Could play something like a Wild Growth might be good here. They play a Stealth. Okay, that's a little tough. Alright, let's try to get wide here. And this may die. Is that worth... Maybe I should just keep it. Is 3 face damage really worth it here if they have this trade back into it anyway? Probably not. Let's actually do nothing. If it kills this, we miss 3 face damage, so be it. The reward for having this live and keeping it stealth, I think, is too great. Kill the mechs. Hit the 1/1s. Yeah, okay, we'll take it. Sure. Sure. Cool. Oh man, arcane missiles. Yeah, yeah, sure. Sure. And they do go face, which I think is a big mistake. Well, maybe not a big mistake, but we do have the weapon just equipped to come clear this. So it's like, you know, what are we doing here? I wonder if I need to not play the Kreen quite yet and just go Coordinated Strike, Hero Power, keep a 3-1 and a 1-1, keep this stealth. Seems good. Would love to get that Kreen rolling, but it's just not quite the right time.
Join me and fight.
And I won't give up the stealth to a Hero Power. Seems good. Could go Kreen. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A Fish. It's actually super slow. Why you do this? Why you do such a slow turn? I can just deal with that with a Hero Power. And then what? I could go... I'd probably just play the Kreen anyway. Maybe I coin the Sightless Watcher as well? So let's start with the Sightless Watcher and see what's on top. The problem with Kreen is that it just gets cleaned up by the next fish. But that is 4 of their 6 mana. Put a Knight Captain on top? I guess I also could just not play the Kreen and coin the Tower Sergeants? So that the fish doesn't just clean up the Kreen? I then don't get my Hero Power into this. But maybe that's okay.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Right now their fish is definitely worse. Makes their next turn a little tougher, probably. Kreening a 6/6 is fine, you know, on turn 6 anyway, even if we, you know, Knight Captain, we got lots of options. Probably gonna be Knight Captain first, then this on 7. Let me Kreen. Let me Kreen. Okay, that's the Raven Idol spell. Might make our Knight Captain a little trickier, especially if they don't play stuff. Huge Toad. Huge Toad? What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Kreen anyway and just let it be fished? It would save me, what, 3 face damage? Or I could just Knight Captain the 3/2 and go face. I could draw 1 card and see if it's playable. I think I just have to accept the Kreen is just not going to be super great here. It's still going to, like, it's fine. It's a 3-mana 2/4. It causes them to have to pay 4 mana to remove. Let's get our double draw.
Never stop searching. Not yet. Beware the living.
Okay. Fish and a 3. Fish and a 3. Fish. And perhaps a 3-mana card with 3 health would be okay? Not gonna lie, I keep looking at the deck tracker and looking at this face of this humongous owl. And it's freaking me out a little bit. Gotta just look at the game.
Where shall I strike?
That's not a fish. We can still remove that very easily. Just use... I mean, we're gonna do this in Hero Power. Like, come on.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Positioning this meta is pretty much playing around Cleave. For the most part.
Beware the living.
Alright, that's a lot of stats on the board, and we got a Croc ready to hit the dome. Our opponent sure hasn't played a lot of, like, class cards, or great cards, you know? Druid is one of the worst classes at the moment, I believe second last. I mean, great card, but it's just not enough.
Behold, jewels of the sound.
Bonk. Bonk. Good night, Jim Kite. And we are 1-0. Not the toughest, like, there's only so much you can do. Like, the opponent played fine. Well, I didn't agree with the going face with the 1 stealth minion, but they did have another 2/1 on the board, I guess, for a ping target anyway. But there's only so much you can do with the weaker classes. There's a 15% gap between Demon Hunter at, like, 56%, and Druid and, what's the other word? Warrior at, like, 41%. You're gonna have a lot tougher of a time generally with those weaker classes. We're 1-0. Going for 2. Kreen again. Kreen, Coordinated Strike, who are we up against? A Warlock this time. Warlock has the new Hollow Abomination, which is disgusting, that we'll need to look out for. Gotta keep this. I honestly usually never toss Knight Captain because it's so OP. I think I might just full keep this. I may try to coin Ace Hunter Kreen into Coordinated Strike. They need a pretty quick answer. 4 damage is like tougher to deal with on turn 2 or 3, right? Maybe top deck Argent Squire?
Private Shorty reporting for duty.
Ah, darn, that's a very good one. Better just give it a bonk. That's a very good one. I was hoping if they were going to play 1-drop, it would have 1 health. Tap, you coward. Tap. Hit this. Don't play cards. Dang. Dang, they played a card. Probably gonna have to be a Mana Feeder turn. Please don't play a Sinister Deal now after playing a 2-1.
Hey.
Oh, beaming sidekick. Good heavens. Now what am I supposed to do? Stop doing stuff. Stop doing things. Why would you do this? If I coin out the Kreen, they may triple trade into it. And then we come into a Coordinated Strike. Is that worth it? I mean, if we're going to do that, we just do the Mana Feeder anyway, and we mix in the Hero Power next turn. I can also Hero Power this turn, coin the Mana Feeder, and leave this at a 2-2, but if they play another spell, that'll kind of be wasted. We really need to draw a card that bad.
Shadows grow long.
Could just play this. Alright, let's try this. Leave a 2-3 up against those. Ziliax is nice. I assume we're going to take a decent amount of face damage over the next few turns. Going to try to figure it out with our Broom Kreen combo. I guess if they play another spell because they need that 2-2 to survive, we just clean it. Oh, no. Up with our... that's disastrous. With our Coordinated Strike. Just in damage control here.
Join me and fight.
They're gonna have to tap eventually, right? Still 3 cards. We're gonna need to hit, so maybe if we can hit Marrow Slicer into a 4 health thing that they have right now, if they play it. So seeing a Tower Sergeant would be devastating. Into Knight Captain on a perfect hit, that'd be great. We also, just seeing our Cycle of Hatred as well would kind of just be like, oh, okay, we're good. What an aggressive deck. I love this. They do tap, and they do it last. Probably should tap to see if you get a better 2, but... I mean, Sneaky D is a great 2. Well, they did not give us anything to Marrow Slicer. So, perhaps we'll draw a Flag Runner. That could be a really good draw here. Also wouldn't say no to a 1-drop, a Battle Fiend, or a Private, or a Squire. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yes. Tough part is we're probably going to give this extra attack, but maybe we clean it up with Broom. But I think we will do this. See what's on top. Also, we could use the Broomstick now. I think already with 1 Marrow Slicer, then we just take another Sightless. We don't need this. It's a bit slow when we don't have any spells. We already have one of these, so let's just re-roll again. I'm definitely playing this, and now it's whether we're playing the Broom. It's a pretty good Broom here, just to hit that 1-2. I better do it. Now, give me something that I can Knight Captain, please. Rip Broom Kreen a dream. I cannot Knight Captain that. What I can do is remove it with Marrow Slicer. And I shall do this.
Strike fast.
I fight.
And now they play their Boulder Fist Ogre, and it's Weapon Knight Captain. Easy peasy. They sure do have a lot of cards for how quick they came out there. All they mixed in was 1 tap. 3 health. Something with 3 health, please. Beep, beep, beep. Freaking me out, Shadowstorm. What the heck are we doing? Hey, you know, a little spooky because spells and whatnot, but at least it gives us a good Knight Captain. Hold on to our weapon charge. Turn 8 could be this. Interesting. Or I guess this, too.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Who is next on the chopping block? With a big beefy lad on the board like this, potentially Ace Hunter Green can come down kind of anytime. Just for one nice value trade.
Let me work my magic.
And leave it alone. Okay. Bunch of 1/1s. And a bunch of riffs. Those are all to the bottom of the deck every time, right? And they will bump to play around a little AoE, and that is just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And I hate myself, and we'll just play that. And ship the stone.
Off with their heads!
Hellfire me, for the love of God. Like, at least they could have drawn all 4 Fell Rifts or something. Do you think they're just, like, putting their head into their hand like this right now and just being like, are you kidding me? Or do you think they're laughing because they have the Hellfire and they're like, ha ha ha, take this, you cycle of hatred player? I truly do hope it's the latter. I'm gonna assume they don't have a Hellfire in the deck. They would have tapped first or whatever. Okay, well, you know, sometimes you just play a Cycle of Hatred and you just instantly win. Maybe, yeah, let's just, we don't need to show them any of our cards. Just end this. ASAP. Not a horrible top deck. Not a horrible top deck there with the Cycle. Look, it was such a good top deck that it actually broke the game here, right? It was such a good top deck, the game is actually broken. Literally. Cycle of Hatred broke the game. Okay, going for 3. Going for 3. Going for 3. I feel like even without that cycle, I feel like we are still, you know, we're in it. We had already come back with the Knight Captain, and you know, we were about to develop some more stats. Maybe it was a Kreen and a Hero Power and something. We didn't. It was possible we still win that game. Why is Kreen in my starting hand every game? I haven't even really used it for anything, but like, it's nice to have.
Not always the answer.
Peace is not always the answer? Who are you? Why would you say that to me? That start seems fine. That start seems fine. Sneaky Scout into Kreen is great. Mage can react usually to a lot more from hand than a lot of classes. So just slamming down the Kreen on 3 doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, we're going to dominate the tempo game here. We'll see what they have. What new cards does Mage have that spook us? Oh yeah, Rune of the Archmage. Except if we lose to that, that's glorious. No Primes in, so no Solarian, meaning you're looking for the 4-mana 5/5 Discover Elemental usually there.
Tracking their movements.
Tracking their movements.
Can't go round, gotta go through.
Yep, it's a good Kreen. Tis a good Kreen. I'm down to Kreen this.
You want my respect.
3 mana 2/4 deal 2 damage, pretty much, you know? Already great. Now, do they have an answer for it immediately? They do have re-damage, for sure, with 2 rushes. They might just choose to use those to remove the 3/2 first. Ah! I mean, like it's good for them. They remove it. They need to remove that, but it costs them the coin. It costs them one of their rushes. It costs them a full spell. Like it's a pretty expensive, you know. Obviously, I think they need to do that. I think they made the right play for sure to remove that ASAP. But you can't just play minions. But it's still a very good Kreen, right? It's a good on board. It costs them a lot of resources to handle. Those Tower Sergeants are going to be large one day. Let's just go ahead and play this. Maybe top deck our war gear, you know? A card that really obliterates this 3-drop is called Bunker Sergeant, and no one's ever going to have it against us for sure, right? Bunker Sergeant will never be played by our opponents, no question. Our deck is just too weak to Bunker Sergeant, so it's not like we're just going to match into someone who has him. All right, so deck is looking a little weak to AoE. Sure, we can get rid of the 2-1. So better start playing some Lorge Lads. Exhibit A.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Get this the heck out of here. I think this card is one that people are picking up a lot as well. Iron Deep Trog. Same as Owl, where it's good and constructed, so people think it's good in Arena, and it's not horrible. It's not good. The 1-mana 1/2 is okay with an upside. Even if it's slight. Oh my god, Shooting Star off the top? Do it! Shooting Star off the Discovery? Is Brain Freeze in? Brain Freeze off the Discovery? Come on, you gotta hit me with something huge here. When you play a Cosmic Anomaly? No, darn it! Alright. Well, let's go ahead and play another one of these. And play one of these.
Unbreakable.
Grab a Wand Maker. And give this a bonk. And they could have discovered a Flame Strike. They could have discovered a Rune of the Archmage, which might not be in time. Honestly, Flame Strike might not even be in time. Not the time to play a value card here. Means they really, truly have no answers to these 6/6s, right? Alright, so now we just wait for the Pit Croc to the Dome. Do I want to draw a card first? It could be Marrow Slicer, so yes. Draw before Wand Maker, because if I get Marrow Slicer, it's Good Night Jim Kite. My health thing. The thing is, do I want to... I don't need to play around Flame Strike. If they Flame Strike to clear my board, that's fine. I guess I'll keep the Coordinated Strike combo, though. Because then we just pick Croc and win. Beware the living. Wait, is this thing dead? Are you living? You're dead. Oh my god, you're like a skeleton.
Temper your passion.
I never knew that.
Join the guild. We have cookies.
Two is company.
Alright, well this game was not all that close. 4-mana 6/6s are quite strong. Ace Hunter Kreen is quite strong. Oh, my mechs are dead. My mechs! We'll show them that even if they had the F-Strike, they were still done. In case they were like, oh, I have 6 Flame Strikes in the deck and I didn't draw one, you know? Hooray! 3-0. Not bad. I think these have been pretty tame matches. I mean, the Warlock definitely was the toughest one for us, and we just cycled our way out of any sort of game. But the other two were pretty mediocre-looking decks.
Kurtress versus Garrosh.
Warrior. Warrior is the worst class, but if you're chilling here at 3-0, maybe you found something good. I think this start looks absolutely fine. I think these two cards are good enough going second. I want to keep them when I have one and a 2. And good curve. Pretty good curve. We just get a Sightless Watcher in the next 3 draws, and we're laughing. Or a Microtech Controller. I feel like with the worst classes, like Druid and Warrior, generally the more common winning archetype is aggro. Because your deck quality is generally bad. So you want to end games super fast. And that would probably benefit us when we are holding on a cycle. But they armor up on 2, so with keeping 2 cards. 2 armor scraps. I've actually really liked this card. I didn't know how I'd feel about it, but I've been quite enjoying it. I think we just play the Microtech and go face and see if we're gonna get absolutely destroyed by Bunker Sergeant. Right? They go 2-4 into the 1-2 Bunker. And then we coin out a Knight Captain and we catch up, but it'd still be very, very rude of them to do. Maybe I should start attacking with this weapon soon. I do have 2 marrow slicers. It's only a matter of time before we get bunked. Just a toss dingo. Not even a bunk. Alright, that's gotta be a... Ooh, maybe I war gear. Do I war gear? I war gear this. Like, war gear is not going to be great if these mechs die, and Knight Captain will always be great. Especially when we have all these, like, pings here to make things cost 3. Definitely gotta think about cleave against warrior, because they have the 4-2 cleave weapon. And do we want the 3-1 out right now? We kind of got to read that they didn't have the 1 damage AoE from last turn. Maybe I do just want to do this. And get a little more power on the board. Here comes Knight Captain. Another reason to do this is because if they Knight Captain our 6-3, we can run the 3-1 in and Knight Captain their Knight Captain. Knight Captain, my Knight Captain. Do you have a Knight Captain? A Knight Captain? A Knight Captain? I haven't really done a whole lot yet. My weapon! Darn you! That's actually disastrous. If that didn't destroy my weapon, I could easily Knight Captain this. Should I still play the Knight Captain? As a 3-3, and I get to keep this? Probably. I hate it. I hate it. I'd keep a 3-3 and get rid of the 3-1, or I get rid of both. I guess actually, like, you just lose the 1-1 extra if I just play Cult Neophyte. And maybe go for an honorable kill later. You just lose the versatility of, like, mana cost and whatever. I think this is fine. I think that'll do. No Shavara in this meta. And we still have the same counter to another Knight Captain. Probably just looking to tempo with the Mage Scribe here. A fish! You fished me! Very slow. I'm worried they have, like, we're 3-0 here. They're gonna have some pretty sick late game, aren't they? What's the deal? What's your story? That's a great draw, as next turn we can hopefully get our Mage Scribe activated here. Although it just may be a Knight Captain. Coerce is back in the meta. So if they have a Coerce, I'm gonna guess we're gonna see it come down on the 4-9 here. Fish Coerce? Don't do it! Fish. Armor. Scrap. Execute. Yeah, okay. It's not as good as a Coerce there, right? Still a little bit slow. It's got to be Coordinated Strike. Armor. That's just a great draw, right? Just easy this. This.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
I think a lot of people don't like to tempo on Onyx Mage Scribes and insist on getting the value out of them, but like, look how little they develop that turn because they need to deal with the 4-9. Like, it did its job for 6 mana as we continue development and going face. Knight Captain can hit the dome as well, so potentially just pushing all this face next turn and going Pit Croc to the dome and then Knight Captain to the dome could be lethal.
You're in my school.
Hey, that's a pretty good card.
You gonna cry?
Bonk. Bonk. That is unkind. Why would you play that? Why would you play it? There's the busted late game. This card is, obviously, we know Troublemaker. Card's just unbelievable. However, could I ever ignore it? Is it insane to Pit Croc Dome, go Dome, put them to 4? They just armor and they get out of the range of this, though, so maybe it is insane.
Goes on.
It's a little bit of a tough turn. I could consider the cycle as well. Like the 3, that's tough. That's a lot of damage that I'd be willing to take. I should probably just do this.
Beware the living.
Still keep a 5/6 and a 1/1. I still keep the Knight Captain. I keep the Cycle. That's a tough one. Card's amazing. Troublemaker enough to actually swing it back to maybe close to an even game here. What the heck is next? That trade seems good for them. I was expecting that.
Give me your best.
Oh, good heavens. That's a good Knight Captain turnaround, though. That is still a good Knight Captain turnaround, actually. So it'd be all this, and let's start with what we're going to get then from the Watcher. That seems like an easy Violet Worm. And boop, and bonk, and bonk.
Who is next on the chopping block?
And down to 15, but we've still got the board. How many more 8s do they have? Such a slow start, and now they're playing all the big large 8s. How large? Is a Scrapyard a Colossus in? I want to say no. I want to say no. I think no. But I guess I don't really know. As long as we have time to just slam a Violet Worm next turn. Even if we have to trade a minion, God forbid. This card's so difficult to play around. Like, it's already so good coming down as a 6/6. And then, like, you gotta be careful what you play here. Because if I get a value trade with this and an honorable kill, it grows another +3/+3. And it's just, whew, so many stats. Dodge it! Oh! What else? It's not a big Chungus 8. A taunt? That's not a taunt. That's a good cycle. That's good cycle fodder next turn. I could cycle it all in theory, but I mean, you just we're at what, 9? We're at 9. You probably just play this. Do you ever like make a trade? I could have make a trade. I don't care about the poison, right? They can poison this. If I hero power and go dome, they have to armor, in theory. They're not gonna kill me when I have 9 health left, right? Surely not.
I fight. Off with their heads!
Strike fast.
Surely not. Surely this is safe. 9 attack. Can you pull it off? You can't clear this board, can you? You poison the 7/7. You play Bunker Sergeant. Oh, you definitely could clear this board. But then, I mean, if you're doing that, we got Cycle. And you're not going face very much, so we should be fine. Top Keck.
The courage of man shall not fail.
They top deck Bunker Sergeant, so that's super. Like, are you serious? Armor comes down. The way, I mean, we're just gonna top deck Lethal then now, right? Oh, come on. Come on, the cycle's not even good here. Unreal. Top deck? Can we do it too? No, we cannot. We could hero power the 2/4 and cycle and leave a 4/1 versus 2 3/3s. They have a taunt that, I mean, we're just in so much trouble here. I think it's gotta be this. And pray they don't have an answer here, or that we top deck Marrow Slicer. Got 2 of them. Anything else that's reach? Humongous Owl. So they play their best minion to buff here, trade off a 3/3, they armor. And then what? Top deck?
From your ashes shall rise light.
Their opponent is a top decking god, and I think we win this game like 95% of the time. Like, okay. Vulpira Scoundrel? Alright, well. Alright. Like, that was just completely our game. Perfect top deck into perfect top deck to just swing it around. I'll have to look back and see if Troublemaker was a top deck too. That was a very unlucky game. Safe. Safe Warlock. We'll see about that.
Your soul shall be mine.
Another Cycle of Hatred keep. I just refuse to toss the card. Going first, maybe I should. Going first, maybe I should. How punished will I get? Let's find out. Let's find out. I got 2s aplenty. Look at that. 2-drop. Onyx Mage Scribe into they ignore it into cycle to win. I did say it was only a matter of time before we got bunkered. So we got bunked. But holy were those lucky top decks. Flame Imp is definitely strong. At least we can stop them from making a coin play here. Maybe they were counting on 1 into coin 3/3. Their magic has been thoroughly muddled. Pretty good top deck there. Oh my god, can opponents please stop doing that? I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I think... Is it better to get a top deck here for 4? Or to match a 2-2 into a 3-2 instead? I can always do this hero power on 4. It's not super good.
My hunt goes on.
What would I look for? A Marrow Slicer? Maybe I'd better just look for the top deck. And I could do Coordinated Strike, or I could do Marrow Slicer. I'm going to hero power the 3-1 now. I think I will take this. Alright, they can coin again. What's it going to be?
Let's give him a wolf welcome.
A wolf welcome. Okay, that's tough. That's a rough one. We know we get the Marrow Slicer, and what are we gonna do with it though? Clear this? Really, really strong start. Like these are 4 just very strong cards for our opponent. Got the cycle, so we're just stalling for that maybe. I really can't. I don't really want to let this live. You could argue like, if you let them trade into the Wand Maker, say, if we went Wand Maker Hero Power, they get a 2-3 and a 2-2. We can then Knight Captain this, and like more small stuff for Cycle, but I think it's too early to be thinking about Cycle. You could also just leave the 2-5 alive and do like 3-2 into here, and actually just, what, Marrow Slicer the 2-1? Not give them a target for this. Or you could Marrow Slicer and double trade in the 2-5. Maybe? Boy. I think I will do this. Seems like vast overkill, because it is, but we got a hero power just to deal with this 2-5 now next turn. Tough one here. And the really frustrating part about like seeing such a tough opponent in your next game after that loss is like, we should not even be at 3-1, you know? Tap here is huge though. That's slow. And now we just Knight Captain this and save the charge, right? Easy. Knight Captain here. That was a very slow turn. Great cards, but they let 2 mana slide when they have complete control. Next turn could be Mage Scribe and trade. Could be Hero Power, hit the 2-5, clear this. Man, Knight Captain is just so insane. Card is just bonkers. Dome. And 1 mana to clear my lad. Very rude. Shrieking Shroom. Oh, that's a Cycle of Hatred target. So, this is what we were talking about earlier. Oh boy. We're gonna broadcast this, right? We're gonna just let them know exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, if I'm not using my weapon to clear that Shrieking Shroom, they gotta know what's coming down here, right? Is this whenever? No, it's after, so we won't get an extra 3-3 for that, but man, that was not the turn you wanted when your opponent has a Cycle of Hatred. Tiger's strong. Definitely gonna let, I mean, they can put us to 10. We're still healthy enough. You hate to see it. This card is making up maybe for the last game's top Kex from the opponent, I guess? But there's no need to take it out on safe here, right? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, I know. No. Do I actually just ship this dome now? Do I ever ship that dome now? I think I do. I think I do. I got another one in hand. Sets up lethal just with the hero power on board. Safe played it, you know, some nice early tempo, only missing that one tap on 4. And now they have to make this trade. It's just tragic. That's nice. It's a big tunt. Big tunt is nice. But the fact that we can handle it with our flame, like our flame strike from last turn carries over and kills their 7-drop as we develop is just unfair, right? It's just not fair. I do this and hero power. I guess the hero power wouldn't matter, so I do this double trade. And then I'd have 4 more for maybe Battle Fiend Wand Maker. I could do Spectral. I probably can. Although most top decks, this is going to be outcasted next turn. Maybe I just want to go full tempo. Definitely doing this first before we draw, if we're going to draw anyway. Also the Feast. I think you'd probably just play tempo stuff. Which would actually mean probably this. Because pretty much no matter what we draw, we're going to be able to outcast the Spectral Sight anyway, and if we can't, it means we've drawn, you know, a Pit Croc or a Violet Worm, which I think is fine, you know? I think that's okay if we do that. Cycle of Hatred. Ugh. 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 That card, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that card. Too strong. It's too strong. It hurts to play. It hurts to get beaten by. It just hurts. It's just a card of pain. Cycle of Pain. Yeah, that's a big, nice Chungus. That's a big Lord Chungus. How much damage do I have? Bonk, bonk, and then I have 4 8s. Is that all? Just 8? See what's in here. I drew my Violet Worm. Said that was good. Do I want to take 4 more damage here? Is Alistraza in? It is. Are we just going to lose to Alex? That could be okay.
My hunt goes on.
Or I could even trade this off. Yeah, maybe I do this.
Be careful with that.
Boop, boop. Bonk. Bonk. The stupid and float mana that I forgot I had. And then just remove this. And then play the Fell Guardians and be sad we missed 1 face damage because we're bad at Hearthstone. Pit Croc, no longer lethal. Or we're just lulling our opponent into a false sense of security. There's probably strategy to it. Right, no need to lose to an Alex when we're winning by so much. In fact, I guarantee they had an Alex after that, you know? Okay, so that could have gone a lot differently if Cycle of Hatred weren't a card, but... You know, not my fault. I didn't Who's next? A mage? A magic mage?
Tetris versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Alright, nice Sightless Watcher keep. This card always has a lower win rate than I expect. I feel like it's just a really, really nice card. Really helps your curve. Can really help you find late game in the mid game if you need it. I think it's just very, I think it's just very versatile. Admittedly, Cycle is a little worse against mages sometimes because they're playing from hand more than on board, so maybe it won't be great.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
I want to cast a spell. That's an awesome card. Temple Berserker matches into that super nicely. Could look for Wandmaker Philosophy next turn for the double buffed Sightless. What is with all these freaking shrooms, man? Small. That is not small. That is not small. Well, we gotta get that out of the way. This is gonna get a little bit cleaned up, but... Just this. This. Get this out of the kitchen. Poor little shroom. Maybe I should have just left that alive for 4 turns, you know, and then cycled. Easy. Easy game. Nah, too early. It's too early to be thinking like that. Before you know it, you're dead on turn 6. Or you cycle, and then they kill you with a fireball. Hero power bonk. No 1, though? Because that's still pretty slow. Oh, never mind. Shivering Sorceress comes in, which absolutely hits a spell, because they do have a Battling Book spell. Very, very strong card. Why don't we see what we're going to draw? Maybe a Knight Captain? Maybe a Tower Sergeant? As we play a Stealth Minion as well. This is bad positioning. No, it's not. It doesn't matter. It's not. You think about Combustion, but I guess Combustion... Yeah, I should have put the Stealth in the middle around Combustion. I forgot that was in. It just got back in like a week ago. I should have put the Stealth in the middle. Let's see if we're punished. Nope. Siphon Mana? Pretty neat card. Usually not too good, but we know they at least get a little value here. Ancient Mysteries. Oh no. Into what? What do you even draft nowadays? Explosive? Explosive runes, maybe? Maybe Flame Ward? Let's go ahead and try. I'm probably going to hero power here, so let's go like this and see if it's Flame Ward. And it is. So we get that the heck out of the way, and then we probably drop this, and a hero power. So let's see what's in you first. Double jump. Is that horrible? Is that terrible? Do I have any outcast cards? I do. I have a Spectral Sight. Okay, that's good to know. I would love to play that before I draw my Spectral Sight, but I just don't think it's worth it right now. I need to just play tempo. Another idea I had was maybe saving the Cult Neophyte for like turn 8 or something, so they can't play the Rune of the Archmage, because that card is insane. But like, I gotta play my cards. An Ogremancer. Okay, we get this Lord Chungus down. We play this small lad. Then we hero power this and go face. Got plenty of health to mix a ping on the minion. Just make trades maybe a bit better next turn. Possible they have a 6-mana Flame Strike here after that Shivering Sorceress came down. Smugged Senior. It's a pretty good cycle. And the rest of our plays don't look super good.
Beware the living.
Six 3/3s. Let's see if they have a Flame Strike. Look at all those stats. Look at all those stats. F-Strike me. Nope, that's not an F-Strike. That's not nearly an F-Strike. Oh my god. The finisher. I think that we will... What? We're going to hero power, right? So we'll just do this. And put our owl right in the middle to lead the charge. Now if you actually have a Flame Strike, you just die, right? You can't play Flame Strike here because you take 8, I just hero power you. The Chungus Owl finisher coming in clutch here. 8 mana Rune of the Archmage for the win? Nope. Surely we have lethal through that with Coordinated Strike. Although I can't kill, I can only summon 2 things. It's gotta be lethal anyway, right? I'm just gonna play my cards.
Join me and fight!
Get that owl to the dome. Alright, hey! Do you know what's a pretty good card in Demon Hunter right now? Starts with a cycle and ends with an I hate it. Pretty good card. It just like what was that? 1818? Is that an 1818 that also cleared the board? It's not bad. For 7 mana, I'd play an 1818 that clears the board. Going for 6, and it would be great if I could earn like a win without cycle to like show you guys I don't need the cycle. But maybe the cold hard truth is I desperately need the cycle. So I don't know. Here we go. Going for what did I say? 6. Another mage? Fred, what are you doing, buddy? Hey, Freddy.
You asked for it.
My quest begins.
My quest is about to begin. I think that this is way too heavy of a hand, and I would love some different cards. That's my thoughts on this hand. Give me maybe a Wandmaker, a Temple Berserker. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, that'll work. Haven't done much with our Valpera this run. Good draw. Don't want to coin hero power to make it 2-2. I think that'd be a waste of a coin. They don't even have anything on board for our 2-2 to do anything with. But if they play a 2-3, we could hero power and trade it anyway.
Got something to hide?
Which we very well may do.
Strike fast.
Alright, cool. That into this. Top deck our cycle. Fall behind. Win the game because of cycle. Sounds good. Good game plan. Break. I'm a grandma. Grandma. I never noticed that. Grand Marshal. Covered by my overlay is just grandma. Maybe I shouldn't move it. Maybe I should keep it there forever. Cool. Good matchup here for them.
It says explode.
Good curve. Reasonable tempo. We gotta follow up a little bit with our own. And hope that we don't get bunked. Don't bunk me. Don't bunk me, please.
You fight me.
Oh, God. Good lord. Oh, that's worse than bunk. That's worse than bunk. At least they have to use their snap. Oh, good heavens. At least it's hit. We can hit it with Marrow Slicer. Get that card out of my kitchen. Alright, something with exactly 3 health if you don't mind, please. Maybe just tempo your own Knight Captain and deal face damage, right? Come on. Surely that's what's gonna happen here.
They're steel. That's what makes them tasty.
Gotta hit the toad with the weapon. They're running out of cards. Start with Valpera? No, we want to make sure we don't get hit by this. So let's do this, then see what's in here. Could grab a Demon Companion. Could go for a Mystery here, because there's definitely some better options. Demon Companion, just because they're running out of cards and we just want to be quick. Demon Companion into a 2-1 could help Knight Captain too.
My hunt goes
And I also have the Big Lad. Maybe I should just take this. I've got to play for next turn, even if I don't honorably kill here. So I might as well play you.
Tracking their movements.
And don't... I mean, and also this way, if they honorably kill my 2-3, I can honorably kill their Knight Captain. Fred? Hey, Fred?
Who is next
I saw
on
that
the
coming from
chopping block?
ages away, from light years away. You seem to be taking a lot of damage. I am thoroughly spooked. We would love a 2-1 with this Demon Companion. Don't play another card. Stop playing cards. Thank you. I better trade this
Here
first,
they
because if
come.
I hit the buff, I'm going to lose my honorable kill. And that'd be embarrassing. Nice.
Who is next on the chopping block?
We're still running out of health pretty quickly here. Really a rude firebrand? I mean, every firebrand is, by nature, very rude. Hey, loser. What does this do? Gives me... Whoa! Oh, good heavens. And a spell? Fireball to the dome? Are you kidding me? Oh, incredible. Oh, man, we're gonna lose. I love it. At least those can't go face? So they have 2 Penflingers. And one is coming down just for the extra damage. And we're actually done. We actually just lose. Can Wandmaker save me? That's incredible. Wasn't me. What is this? What is that? Running out of cards and they have the reach, the F-ball to the dome is tough. That's a tough one. Wandmaker, can you help?
You don't pick.
Can you help me? Maybe. Save me. Save me. I don't actually think it can... Can it actually save us? I need it to be the charge one, right? The taunt actually doesn't really work. Right? That doesn't work. Because I trade this. I can use the weapon to trade this, but then they just pen flinger and go face. It doesn't work, man. Get out of here. Pen flinger, hero power, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Oh, man. Can I be mad losing to 2 pen flingers? Probably not, right? Look at this deck. Firebrand, Wandmaker, pen flinger, F-ball. I wonder if they have small spells. That's insane. Yeah, nothing I can do. Maybe I could have left the pen flinger alive and maybe they play a spell and BM or whatever. All right, 5 and 2. Tough one, Fred.
Hey, loser!
Wasn't me. All right, that was fun. That was a good one. You know, they ran out of cards so early, and they just had enough to make it. That fireball was key. Night Captain was huge. Firebrand is disgusting. Tough game. We're 5 and 2. One more loss and we're done here. I think this deck is like an 8-win deck, so I hope to win a few more. But when you lose that game that you really, really most of the time win against that warrior, you just add an extra loss that you shouldn't have. It's gonna affect your run, right? So hopefully we can mix in a few more. But I think like a deck that probably should go about 8, getting hit down to 6 or 5 is not unheard of when you have a bit of bad luck like that. Ocean Blue, the Warlock, what do you have for us?
Let's have some fun!
My quest
Keep the Cream, keep the Mana Feeder. Oh, keep the Cycle. Oh. I don't think I'll keep a Mage Scribe though. I think I need more Curve or like, yeah, a Marrow Slicer or something.
Hiya, friend!
Hello.
Greetings.
Good card. Good card. Thank goodness we're a Demon Hunter and we can just hero power it.
Aw, thank you!
You're welcome. Next turn we'll have to decide whether getting rid of the coin is worth drawing a card. Depends on their board. Or maybe we just top deck a Sightless Watcher instead, I guess. That could be a good idea.
Everyone has.
Oh! Good heavens. We're a Cult Neophyte? This is the better matchup on board. So I should probably just do that. I've got the Vopera, I've got the Cycle. I just do this. Play for the board. Sometimes your River Croc doesn't draw you a card. How many demons do you think they have? This could be super cool. It's only +1/+1. It feels like it should be more with cards like Scrap Imp existing nowadays. If only I had a Bunker Sergeant. If only I could bunk ya. Could be a good time for Kreen. I think it's always a good time for Kreen.
You want my respect? Burn at last!
Probably Marrow Slicer next turn, but if they don't have a ping, we could just play a 6/6. I'm gonna guess they're gonna deal with probably the Kreen. At least the 2/3, I'm gonna guess. What are we doing here? Leave it alone! Yeah, you see, like, it's 4 mana, deal 3? It's too bad they didn't draw that when they had their Librarian, but the Kreen's dead, but they develop nothing. It's a slow turn, and now we just have all the time in the world here, right? So, probably... We can either do Valpyra, Hero Power, or maybe this is better. I guess I see what's in here first.
You don't pick the ones.
I don't have any demons, right? So that's useless. So just this. And we'll push a little face. If they play a War Gear, I think we're okay. We'll just follow up with this. Dang. Oh my goodness, so cool. That's so cool. 2 mana 3/5 and a 3 mana 3/5. If only, I wish they would have got to keep their Spellstone. You know, you see how good that Kreen was getting rid of that Spellstone? Okay, should I play the Big Chungus or should I play the Weapon? I think I should play the Weapon first.
At last!
And a scary card here could potentially be the 4-mana 2/5 Spellburst AoE. But who has that and a spell, right? Come on, nobody. You had to play all your spells to handle my Kreen. You got none left. Getting close to a potential cycle. I hate how potentially the right play is just leaving this stuff. Right? Like, I could clear this. I could also just play, like, Valpyra Squire.
My hunt goes on.
Like, they're gonna make value trades all day. Let's see what's in here. I don't like it, but let's see what's in here. Coordinated Strike, Chaos Nova. If you play Coordinated Strike and chill and try to be that greedy with cycle, you could get hit by Hollow Abomination. We could get hit by Hollow Abomination. Do I need any card draw? Maybe a bit of card draw could be okay.
Here. Shadows grow long.
I think I might let the rope go a little bit so that they think I just missed the end of my turn and attacking instead of doing it on purpose. I'm going to play Argent Squire and then pretend to attack the 3/3.
The light protects me. Go on.
And then cycle the crap out of this board after they are done with their trades, right? Big turn here. Are we playing a Chungus or are we going to keep going wide? Big Chungus? Big Chungus? Big Cleaver Chungus would be huge. That's a large Chungus. That is a large Chungus. But this is kind of what we wanted here. They're going to keep 7 attack to the dome next turn if they want, but we just have so many stats.
I fight.
And what am I saying? I just do this all day. Ugh. We take 7 to the dome on our turn, not theirs. And the classic question we've asked 3 times this run already to a warlock we've cycled. Do you have a Hellfire?
I enjoy.
Oh, they did have the Chungus, too. Luckily, that didn't come down last turn. Broomstick could be excellent here. I don't want to take any face damage, probably. If that came down last turn, we're done, right? Like, that ruins our cycle so much. And I don't think, we wouldn't have been able to clear it, right?
The answer is here.
So, if I rush... I could rush a 5/5 in and keep the broom, or I could rush a 6/6. I don't want to take the damage, and I think this is going to be better later than War Gear will. I think I want to do this.
The answer is here.
War Gear, broom, Spectral.
I will never stop searching.
Lethal setup. We've got this Wombo combo for some extra attack. Is Flag... You're not a demon or anything, are you? No, you're just some human. Maybe. Or demon hunter, maybe. Or I don't know what you are. Maybe you're just I don't know. Well, looking for an answer. Did you find a big dunt? No, Hellfire! That's a good, but that gives them a chance to win for sure. Let's just hope it's too late. Let's cross our fingers that it's too late for them. Pretty good top deck, but obviously that would have been way better a couple turns ago. Are we gonna die? Are we gonna be dead here? Are we gonna become dead? I could play the 6/6. They have 1 card. Surely they don't have the face damage, do they? Come on. I could also go 4 attack just with the weapon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 mana for that. And then maybe these 2. And just go face. Because then that sets up... I'd be 1-off actually still, right? With hero power. So maybe I would just hero power and do that and have 7 mana. 2, 3, 4? Is that the best? Maybe that is the best. Alright. Let's find out if we've died or our opponents died. Is the run coming to an end, Ocean Blue? What's the top deck? Pitrock? Pit Crocolisk? That'd be fun. Maybe tap into it. Tap into Pitrock? Leave me alone! Tap. There's step one. Once. Stand alive. Stand alive. They're down to 5. I can get my hero attack to 4 for the honorable kill, but not to 5. What's with all the pen flingers out there? Wasn't me. Are you staying alive? On board anyway? Oh, nice try. Nice try. They did have the Hollow Abomination. We'll show them the damage. We'll show them the damage. Right? Just so you know, we still had, right? Like, that's a close attempt. 5-minute 8-8 Scorcher is pretty good. Alright, very close game. That definitely could have ended in a loss. If we don't have the cycle, admittedly, we would make some different plays in the mid-game there. But Cycle of Hatred, absolutely huge. I feel like we just lose that 5-11 taunt most of the time. And if they played that before their Stormwind, we might actually just lose to that. You can understand why you'd play Stormwind first with that board, but Cycle of Hatred, you know, doesn't often care about what good plays are, what bad plays are, it doesn't really care. We're 6-2 and going for another infinite run. We're on a bit of a streak of infinite runs. It'd be neat to add another one here, but after all these cycles, we can't really, you know, complain about losing here. Like, there's been some unlucky draws for us from our opponents, but we've cycled our way to too many wins. That it's like, just whenever you're ready, finish me off, game. Alrighty. Who's next? A Paladonger. First Paladonger, they have an 8-mana 8-8 rush that summons 5/5 taunts that just wins games on the spot. So look out for that. 2 into 3 into 4. I doubt this is going to live for that to be good. I think I'm just going to toss the Tower Sergeant and try to look for smaller curve. Like Kreen is smaller curve, technically, and pretty good. Alright, top deck will be Cult Neophyte. Cult Neophyte into Flag Runner, into Ace Hunter, Kreen, Hero Power, coming right up. Like, I swear, I record all these live, the calls are just that good. Like, this is not a recording audio after the run, you know, that's just the calls I make on a daily basis. Okay, Egg comes down, which is very concerning. Hope he debated into playing that. We just need stuff on the board. Maybe you first?
Catch me if you can.
And what's the deal with the Egg? What's our game plan here? Blessing of Kings? No. Hold the bridge! Oh no, that's so good. I love it. Alright, 2-4 Egg. It feels good, man. Okay. How do I set up a good Knight Captain? I guess, are we just playing Kreen for curve here?
The answer is here.
I think so.
You want my respect?
And we're gonna have to deal with this Egg eventually, so might as well give it the double bonk while we're immune. Such a strong Egg gamer. It's a tough one. You know what we need to see here would be maybe a Cycle of Hatred? That'd be good. That'd be a good one. They bonk the Kreen, the old bonk, and what? What else are we doing here? Oh, not clearing it? Coordinated Strike off the top? That'd be sick. Coin and, is that a, no, not Brew, what are we doing here? Potion? Okay. Oh, well, Cycle of Hatred. I guess we'll take that. The Knight Captain doesn't look super clean here, and a Hero Power really does look super clean. I feel like we're going to do Hero Power and Mana Feeder. Worst case is we play the Spectral Sight for 1 card. Best case is like, probably maybe... Is that better? I guess it's better. Do I use it right away? Exactly. I could triple trade to kill this. I could play this and just kill the 3/4. This trade would happen anyway. Night Captaining? Maybe I want to keep that alive. Do something like this. They're gonna have the option to do this anyway. So might as well just do it ourselves so they don't get any buffs on it or divine shields on it. I'm assuming this trade will happen. We'll probably hero power this and look to try to mix in a Night Captain, if we can. If we can. Oh my god, Deathskip is just dying to get cycled. Ha, nice, I like it. Nice combo. Yeah, that goes up to 4. Darn, if only this didn't get buffed, we could Night Captain that so easily. Am I still supposed to play this? Just go like this?
Who is next on the chopping block?
Seems okay. They make this trade and get like a little wide, maybe a couple Microtech controllers, you know? I don't think many people at 6+ wins are playing 2 Microtech controllers on turn 6 coming into a Demon Hunter turn 7, but you never know. Maybe that's all they have.
Not on my
Ouch. I mean... Oh... The block, the broom block. Well played. That is rough. That is a rough go there. So, cycle, both of those get frozen. It is actually not horrible on board. I think this is going to be better. We're still pretty healthy. So I want to draw 1 card instead of 2. I don't think so. I think we'll just do this. This. And we'll see if they decide to freeze this and push 6, in which case we can clear it with another 6 damage with Pit Croc. Or if they just want to make the value trade and we're actually going to be looking at a cycle. Oh, shit. That card's good. That card's good and stops our cycle a little more. This is going to be a good cycle, though. We get these 3/3. 2 of them will be frozen. But we want to get this going while we can here. Take away as many stats as we can. Well, that bridge is active. That should be enough to counter... Oh, do they not freeze? The Death Rattle would go off first, and then these get summoned? What's the wording on this? Deal 3 damage to all minions, period, and then the Death Rattles are... Oh my god, the top deck, though. The top deck. If only I'd saved my cycle. That's okay. These 3/3s clean this up very nicely. We could Pit Croc one of them, too. Probably just play the Worm this turn. They have 1 more turn with the bridge after this. Just gotta get through 1 more. I think it's gotta be you. Man, that was a good top deck for them. 3 minions in 1 for that bridge. Pretty good. And last turn of just huge stats. How large we talking? 3/3. Smork? Ah, I'm so sorry. Ah, that's too bad. That's too bad. No draw. The 1 draw was good, but obviously whatever happened here. Maybe they have like a quality consec. Are they going to equalicrate us? Just try to stop the damage immediately, or just get a bit wide?
Goes on.
What are you gonna do? You'd clear my... I wouldn't play you if I do that. I'd go like... Let's start with this. Let's start with Spectral Sight, because I can still play the Croc.
I'll never stop searching.
Ziliax is interesting. Ziliax is interesting. I could play that. Maybe I want you down first, though. Maybe I want this.
The answer is here.
Tracking their movements.
This.
The will of the Forsaken.
This, and I think I will trade. I don't want Mushroom Power coming in, and then Dome. And this is plenty of stats on its own here, and we don't want to just die before the Ziliax can save us. So I think that trade is fine. Oh, neat. Another neat card. Don't know where they're gonna hit with it. Face, I guess, and then we're gonna Zilliax and they'll be sad. Or we'll just win with Pitcroc to the face, I guess, could be good too. Whichever.
Here they come.
Beware the living.
Whichever you're feeling, probably both are winning. Hey, look at that, another infinite run. Good stuff. 7 wins, and now we're getting into the realm where I think like this kind of belongs. A little unlucky, again, a little unlucky for some opponents' top decks, but very lucky with how often we've seen cycle this run. To the point where it might actually now be imbalanced our way with all these freaking cycles we're getting every single game. But we get to 7, super happy with that. Let's go for... I mean, any win is kind of like a bonus win at this point, I think, with how many cycles we've seen. Going for 8. That looks like a nice start. Oh, shaman. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, yeah, once you get to 7, that's when you start seeing the shamans come out. And, oh boy, do you hope they just don't draw 2 particular cards that they have access to. Keep a Marrow Slicer? I might need to go face super, super fast if I'm ever going to win against Wildpaw Cavern. Because you don't beat Wildpaw Cavern in tempo. 4 mana 9/12 is pretty good. The other card is the new 5 mana 3/3 freeze all minions and gain attack. Or gain +1/+1 rather. Which is super, super disgusting. Those 2 cards you see in Shaman pretty often, especially when you're at high winds. But I assume this is the Shaman that doesn't have them. Okay. Let's just play the Gnome Private first. And then maybe, like, we can choose between Berserker, or if it makes sense to Battle Fiend Hero Power, we can do that. 2 mana to take out our 1 cost? Sure. Little T Berserker action. Into, we could consider also now Battle Fiend, Coin, Hero Power, Mana Feeder? Pretty rude. And then more than likely get our Tower Sergeant off next turn. After your hero attack. So let's start with this. And see what we draw. And then get this out here. Seems good. 1/1 into the 3/1. They develop some sort of garbage 4 cost card, and we slam the Sergeant? Probably? Maybe? Possibly? Marrow Slicer also has the synergy with the Battle Fiend if that lives. Don't do it. Not the card. Don't show them. Don't show them the power of... It's never Wildpaw, dude. They never have it. You'd slam that instantly on 4, right? They never have it. The card's garbage. They also, not only is it a 4 mana 9/12, it also freezes. All the 3/4s freeze as well. Frostbite. No spells in hand. And Lightning Bolt for a full clear, so I guess rip our Tower Sergeant. Hey now, it's not very kind of you. Did we just play our Flag Runner now? Turn 5 Coordinated Strike could be a thing here. Maybe slightly greedy with the Tower Sergeant, but we have the ability to make this grow pretty fast. If only I could Hero Power with this, you know? Better just be a Marrow Slicer for now. Get rid of that. And maybe now they play another 3/4. And that's it, just a 3/4. Then we Coordinated Strike, Hero Power, get rid of that, get rid of that spell effect, so that we can play Cycle easy peasy. I keep wanting to call them Eli, but that's not what it says. That's a pretty good Coordinated Strike. Right there. Sure. Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way, right? That's gotta be right. It's either that or what? 2/4. Bonk. Bonk? It's not horrible either. I guess that's pretty slow. 4/6 stays alive. This would come in here anyway. And this as a 1/6 is better on board. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do this.
Those without eyes truly see.
I don't really want these two cards, so let's just throw a soul. This is just 3 minions, right? It doesn't, or 3 cards. Look at 3 cards in your deck. So we don't, these aren't necessarily the top 3. I don't really want these two, so let's just put a soul fragment. Play this. Get rid of you and you. Yeah, it's probably better than the coordinated strike. Stupid discount, or rather, what's the opposite of discount? Stupid, sexy Flanders. Wandmaker is super strong in Shaman.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Okay. Yeah, Wind Chill from Wandmaker. That's sick. That is sickening. Oh my god, that's strong. Cycle and tempo at the same time from your random Wandmaker. I mean, there's no misses. Every single card from Wandmaker is great in Shaman. I think that was probably the worst one to see though, because they're running out of cards and we need them. We need to win on card advantage here, right? A broomstick. That doesn't really do anything for us right now. I could either Ziliax this or get rid of this. Ziliax, bonk, bonk. Trade hero power. Ziliax will die. Or, I mean, you protect this anyway. I probably should do this.
Unity, precision, perfection, primitive. Mine.
I'm getting away!
You could broom to kill this, but I don't think our Ziliax is worth that. We just Violet Worm next turn, it never gets hexed, and then we can use the broom on the 1/1s maybe. That was a huge Wind Chill. And top deck's Earthquake, that's pretty good. But it doesn't let them develop tempo coming into Worm. So they need that Earthquake, and they also need a Hex. And you can't just have both an Earthquake and a Hex, right? It's not fair. Loot Hoarder for a little cycle? That's very slow. Probably gives us time to just do this.
Join me and fight!
Vengeance! Vengeance!
Get the Microtech on the board for the potential of War Gear, Ship and Dome for lethal. Let's see if they have that one card that is just going to ruin our entire life here. Right, this is the kind of board, like, you have this, and then they play the 5-minute 3/3, freeze your board, gain a +1 billion, +1 billion, and then after they're done with that, they play another one and kill you, and you're like, oh great, I thought I was winning. Luckily, it doesn't seem that our opponent had either of those 2 great cards in the top half of their deck, and that's just get this out of the way, slam the War Gear. War Gear lethal. War Gear lethal, you don't see that too often. Huzzah! Pretty good early game control. Wandmaker's amazing. Frostbite's good. Wind Chill's great. Tower Sergeant's great. Earthquake's good removal, but you're missing the staples of broken late game shock on that one. Or at least you were missing it in the top half of the deck there. Night Captain. Shadow Ninjas. Shadow Ninjas.
My quest begins.
Yep, looks good. I don't know. I just can't stop keeping Night Captain in my starting hand. The card's just so nuts. And with all this curve and the ability to choose my top decks, I think that we're okay to keep a 5. Wayne's a 3/2? Don't do it. Alright, at least coining a 3/2 into a 1/3 against a Demon Hunter means we can just hero power it away at one point. Next turn, another Sightless Watcher, maybe? Interesting. What do I want to top deck? Next turn, I'm going to go Sightless Watcher, hero power. and choose a new top deck. Maybe I would like to hold on to the Ziliax over the Broom. That's a tight one. Shadow Ninjas, what do you got for me, buddy? Coin Toad into. Ooh, that's a very good card. That is a very good card. Alright, Ziliax comes down, of course. We'd rather take face damage here, especially when we know they have those two 1/1s. Slash, I mean, if it hits this, we just don't want it to hit what we play, right? If it hits this, we just trade off. So let's make sure we're maximizing the chance of it not hitting this Sightless Watcher by doing that. I mean, I've got more minions than these. I guess I'm just going to take the Spectral Sight and try to find it too, because I just don't have a play if I don't. Couple rough hits on those Sightless Watchers. Needed my Marrow Slicers or some 3s or something. Oh, that's a hero power. So maybe I'll get a Battle Fiend.
I'll never stop searching.
Gives me the Sneaky Scout now, which normally would be good, but I just think I absolutely have to do this. Give me something perfect to Night Captain if I'm lucky, maybe. Seems unlikely. Give me something perfect to Ziliax. I think it's going to need to be a 3-drop top deck, maybe a Microtech or something.
Leads you to think about things that aren't true.
Even though Microtech gets a little bit ruined by Ram Commander.
And that can be a great exercise.
Shadow Ninjas with the Corporal. How is it the first Corporal we've seen? I mean, oh my god, we'll take it and Night Captain it.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Who is next on the chopping block? And maybe they don't remove this and we sneaky Tower Sergeant into the Owl Finisher. Ah, a Poison. Well, shit. Well, shit. They stopped it. They stopped us. We've been stopped. At least we can still do this.
Tracking their movements.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Cycle of Hatred is now in hand, which of course is the worst, as I've made very clear this run. Another Poison Lad.
Reporting for society. And that artists help us to recontextualize things. To make connections that we might not otherwise make.
Here they come.
Mm-hmm.
They're not always successful at it, but
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you have a Hellfire? Night Captain. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Game winning? Nah, unfortunately not. How about we just slam this humongous owl? What are you gonna do about it? Boom! Owl City. So right now they need to hold the bridge, probably. Hold the bridge into the owl and hope it hits something else. And then even then, we still have a lot of damage coming in. And that owl, I mean, the owl still could go face and kind of remove the lifesteal effect. And then we'd still have lethal. Do we have a hold the bridge? Looks like no. Do we have a chance to win? Looks like no.
and we saw it in the goddess.
How do you know? You don't know me.
We saw a kind of
Okay, well, Cycle of Hatred claims another victim, and we are going for double Ds. What were we at? When did we drop to 2? Were we at like 4 and 2, 5 and 2, maybe 5? I think 5, 4, 5, possibly. Going for those double Ds. More cycle action, please, or no thank you, or whatever. Broom, Sightless Watcher, Kreen. Just toss the Broomstick. Broomstick with Kreen, like, is great for mid to late game, but it's just a little bit too expensive to actually pull off consistently early. There, 2 Sightless Watchers.
code DNA and
Well, this changes everything.
and all this stuff, and what you get
Maybe
out
I
of
will
that
keep the
is
brew.
music
Top,
is
I
very
coin
fun.
sightless into Kreen, maybe?
Part of the game.
Like I can choose my turn 4 and 5. That could be nice. Another shaman. Another shaman. Sightless Watcher likes this matchup. I want a Knight Captain. One Maker is great, but I want to have this when I literally have turns all the way up until 4 already with Watcher into Kreen into Strike Hero Power. The Strength! How dare you? Are you serious? How dare you? Another Sightless? Grab our Tower Sergeant this time. Potentially a turn 4 and 5. We'll let them make a trade. Let's get that Strength Totem out of here. Rough totem action there for us. Maybe they'll go face, you know? Maybe they'll go face, who knows? No way, never. You never hit a 50-50 here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. What's the better play here? Green or Coordinated Strike? Coordinated Strike, then you play this? Probably still just Kreen. Make their next turn tough, right? Your 3-2 is going to get to clean up something nice. We don't have to play the Tower Sergeant. We could play Coordinated Strike Hero Power with Kreen on the board. And that is awfully slow. Or Strength. Mana Feeder is just looking for an answer, right? That play is just looking for an answer for this.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Have we had a Kreen just absolutely annihilate an opponent yet this run? It's done amazingly well in very low-key ways that don't actually look like it's super great, but it was. But I don't think we've actually just completely annihilated our opponent without them having a chance because of Kreen yet, which is weird, right? So maybe now? They search desperately with their Mana Feeder for an answer to the Kreen, and did they find, say, a Fish? And even if they find a Fish, whatever, we Hero Power it, we have 9 power going to the Dome. Urabashi Berserker. Okay. Well, how do we want to do this? Don't really have a clean... Like, I could go 2-4 into here, and then 3-2 into here. And then Knight Captain? That's Kreen just saying, we win, you know? They did come out a little slow with 2 totems, but, you know, Kreen has a way of just shutting down games sometimes, every once in a while. Good work, Kreen. Going for 11. 3 double Ds in a row now. At least 3. Some really nice runs in our last couple videos. Ever since we got rid of Deep Run Engineer, things have been looking a lot better. There's another Ace Hunter Kreen. Maybe I'll keep it. Oh, no. Oh, wait. This is the same... This is the exact same warrior we lost to, that top decked the Bunker Sergeant. This is the same warrior we lost to way back at, like, 3-1 or whatever. 4-1 or whatever. I don't even know what it was. It was our first loss, right? Like, way back then, it's the exact same warrior. So let's see if we can get our revenge here. We know they have Bunker Sergeant. What else? We know they have the 1-mana Legendary. That we know they have. Those are the 2 cards they top decked. I personally am not a fan of the fact that you can match into the same person more than once in the arena. I think it's annoying. I think it takes, like, taking that possibility away barely affects matchmaking and just makes experiences of really negative times where you get beaten by the same person twice not a thing. I feel like this opponent, they're at 10 wins. Better grab Power Sergeant. Go Kreen next. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're at 10 wins. I feel like their whole deck didn't seem insane. They had Troublemaker, too. That's right. Yeah, Troublemaker on 8. They didn't do a lot in the early game and then just crushed the late game. Coining means we're probably not going to get to have a great Kreen here, but we have to play Kreen. They don't coin. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, this into perhaps Marrow Slicer, perhaps Tower Sergeant?
You want my respect?
Did they have a fish? Did they have a fish? I don't remember if they had a fish. Fish? Instant coin into 4-2 weapon, maybe? They had a fish. There it is, right there. I see it. They indeed had a fish. That's unfortunate. And our turn sucks. And our turn is awful. Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Darn. Coins the fish. And then we have no play.
No tomb can hold me.
Strong card, also one that's making our weapon literally useless again.
No tomb can hold me.
Better just play the war gear. Do I even want to clear that? I guess I do. Oh, what a bad Marrow Slicer. Now we top deck Sneaky Scout Tower Sergeant coming up. Uh-oh. That's a pretty good top deck. We know this person's amazing at top decking from our first game, so we shouldn't be surprised to see an excellent one here.
Muzzle their magic.
The will of the Forsaken.
Alright, we'll let them have the 6/6 and then hero power up the garbage. I hope. We might actually run the 3/2 into it too. Just need to deal that face damage, I think, here. Maybe we top deck Knight Captain, or maybe Ziliax. Oh, Ziliax. Oh, maybe we top deck Ziliax. That could be nice. Goodbye, 6/6. What else? Fish? Fish and a ping, maybe? I see you fishing. I see you hovering over fish. Interesting. Interesting. Hero power, play this? Go all face? I didn't even know how much mana this was. I just see it as a BG's card. Whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 2/3 mech with taunt. That's pretty annoying, actually, right now.
My hunt goes on.
Let's just do this and this. And deal some dome damage. And see what comes down this turn. It's a little slow, I guess. Rover, right? Hopefully. We've got Marrow Slicer to the dome into Croc to the dome could be a thing. Marrow Slicer first, since Croc can't bypass taunt. They already used their coin, so they can't play their Troublemaker this turn. They could play their Ivan. That would be awfully rude. What's it gonna be? Uh-oh, execute? I do remember they had an execute too, right? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Still an awkward fish, so they might just play a minion that allows us to get through this 2/3 and push some more damage to the dome here. Probably gonna use the Marrow Slicer on the 2/3 and 8 to the dome if possible here. Maybe top deck 8. Maybe we'll Puro Scoundrel. That could be fun. They are gonna go ahead and fish into the 3/2. And gain armor. Oh my god, now I've seen it all. Now I've seen everything. Oh, I better just play the big Chungus.
My hunt goes on.
That's what I'd better do. Are we gonna cry? We're not gonna cry, right? There's no way we cry here. There's no way we shed a single tear. So what's gonna happen? Maybe they're debating whether they can make me cry or not, but I don't think they can.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Night Captain's really good. But if that 7 can go to the dome, we're pretty happy, right? No, don't do it. A coerce off the top? Okay. They gain a lot of armor and a lot of taunts, and that's bullshit. Off the top again? Dude? Off the top again? Really? Damn it. This entire run has just turned into Phenomenon's Unreal top decks all day long, man. How much damage can I deal? They're at 16. They're going to be at even more. Like, they've got the Eternium Rover that there's not really anything I can do about. I should probably pit Croc to 6/6. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think that's probably just a game-winning top deck right there. We could always get the cycle, though. We could always get the cycle. Easy does it, Pickrock. Don't really think this is doing much other than getting double traded. I think that's just I think now we're gonna cry. Now is where we cry, and I'll have words after the game, I assume, here. Oh, crying. Ooh, that's super good. Oh, that's cool. That is pretty cool. Nice. There's that Tostingo we knew was in there. Alright, no troublemaker there. Pretty bad draw there. See what's in here. Maybe a cycle? Maybe I meant a cycle of hatred, not like a deck cycle, but I guess we'll take this.
Private Shorty, reporting for duty.
Yeah, without that coerce, I think we can ship that 7 dome and then just go Marrow Slicer dome and Pickrock to the face and be okay. You wonder what would have happened if maybe we didn't play the Violet Worm and just tried to go face. I don't think it works with the Security Rover. Honestly, pretty cool, like, Security Rover actually coming in so clutch there. The Eternium Rover with Mech Synergy, that is pretty cool stuff.
Access denied.
Yeah, oh, I didn't know you had this much Mech Synergy. This is excellent. That card we did see last time. And now what? We're gonna need a cycle? That's not even gonna save us. We can clear the 4-8 at the moment. Now we can no longer clear the 4-8. We're just done here. You know, it's a fun game. It's a shame losing to the same person 2 times in one run. Like, could this be a 12 if we didn't match into the, you know, lose the same match twice? It's just like, it's so tough to, and I did make a mistake here by playing the Marrow Slicer after I played the 2 cost, didn't I? So if you're wondering what mistake I just made, now, I truly do believe with this we were never winning this game anyway, but that is a pretty big mistake that I always preach to people about this, and I fuck it up here. But if you play a Sightless Watcher, you put a card to the top of your deck, and then you play something that shuffles Soul Fragments. It shuffles your entire deck, negating the effect of Sightless Watcher, which is what I just did there. So I don't get my card drawn, I get this garbage draw instead. But like, there's a small chance, we get Cycle of Hatred and, I don't know, Broom, and then they go wide somehow? Maybe? But I don't really think it matters here. But what I was gonna say is, even though we lose the same person twice, and that kind of sucks, that bad luck is still nowhere close to the, we were always getting destroyed here. It doesn't compare to the good luck we've had of cycling our way to victory like 7 times, right? So you win some, you lose some. Tough that we lose the same person 2 times, but it is what it is. I need more 1-drops, please, more. Ends up being a very good run. Ends up being a very good run. You better bring home the 12 phenomenon if you're going to beat me twice in the same run. You better bring it home. GG's. We did a lot of climbing from our second loss there, too. Right, we were at like 5-2, so brought back quite a few, bringing it into our 3rd double-digit run in a row. Unfortunately, our 12-win streak stopped. But another awesome run. And this is the first one of what I believe I'm having a lot more fun with this particular meta than I was with dual class, due to like certain balancing issues, right? Like you watched my other videos, the last couple, you'll know that I felt really there were only a couple viable classes, even with dual class. I think there are actually more viable classes now with single class than there were in dual class, which is huge. And we haven't even gotten to the balancing yet. I do think there needs to be some balancing with, believe it or not, Warrior, which most Warrior decks are bad, despite us losing to 2 today. And probably Demon Hunter and Shaman brought down a tad. Other than that, I think it's a very balanced meta across the board, other than a few tweaks to those, and that makes for a lot different of a variety of games you run to run. which is what I've seen so far. So super cool, awesome stuff. Looking forward to next week's video. Let's see what the heck is in our lovely pack. Probably 6 legendaries. A flag runner? We drafted one of those. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. If you're enjoying the series, or even if this is the first episode you've seen, and you're like, hey, I could watch some more Arena, please hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and if you're feeling super generous, ring that freaking bell. I think that helps a lot, too, for reasons. We've got ourselves a very, very hot streak. We'll see if we can continue it next week. Eventually, we will crash and burn. Maybe it'll be next time with episode number 32. We'll see you then.
My name is Judge.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is
That's a silly name.
Judge.
Okay, that's enough.